Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Hello and welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show. My name's Maureen Cipolla and I'm delighted to be your host. Happy spring, everyone. We're in April. We made it through winter. We've got a great show ahead for you. We have Beth here from Creative Cakes. We have Cindy here from the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. And we have a brand new business in town, Karen here from Cork and Creations. So let's get the show started. I'd like to introduce my first guest, Cindy Van Henkelum, who comes to us from the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself and more so about what's going on with the American Cancer Society and the up-and-coming Relay for Life.
Relay for Life. American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Relay for Life is actually in its 31st year. Started back in 1985 with one guy walking around a track for 24 hours in Tacoma, Washington. And that turned into a global movement. We're not only all over the United States, we have like 2,000 events now nationwide. We're in 22 different countries too, which is really cool. It is the largest single volunteer-based fundraising effort in the world for any charity, not just American Cancer Society, but for any charity.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
How long have you been involved?
I've been involved for about 8 years, and I got involved because I work for a company that is a national corporate partner to the American Cancer Society. So they basically say, we support American Cancer Society, we support Relay for Life, and we're going to have teams all over the country. And that's how I first found out about it. Even though cancer has been part of my family since I was 10, I never knew about it. And so since then, I was involved as just a team member. I became a team captain. And for the third year now, I'm the event chair for the Tinley Park Relay.
That's amazing. And tell us a little bit about, and our viewers, about this big relay coming up.
The relay is held the first weekend in June. It is June 4th and 5th this year. We hold it at Tinley Park High School. Which is nice because we've got the nice big venue. In the case of storms or something like that, which we tend to get rain every year, we do have the school as a backup if we need it. But otherwise, we camp around the track. We start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday with our opening ceremonies, and we don't quit until 6 o'clock Sunday morning. So we are there overnight. We're actually one of the few events in the state of Illinois who still go overnight. But the overnight was kind of designed to talk about a cancer patient's journey where you first get diagnosed and then you go through the dark times and it gets to be dark and then you see the light at the end of the tunnel when they finish up their treatments or whatever.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. And we have our opening ceremonies and we have a survivor dinner and celebrations with survivors and caregivers and all of that type of stuff for the event. And it's a community event. It's not just for people who are involved. Anybody can come.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so it's not just for the people participating, it's for everybody in the community.
Right, and what's attendance look like these days?
Attendance, we're hoping to get about 400 or 500 people there this year. If we get more, that would even be better. But we have a lot of activities going on. We have all kinds of entertainment throughout the day. We have fundraising going on site. We have food vendors, and we have people with all kinds of raffles and just all different ways to raise money for cancer research and cancer programs that American Cancer Society runs.
That's absolutely amazing, and 22 countries and just the explosive growth over the last 31 years.
Yeah.
And for our viewers watching, if someone wanted to get involved, whether it's volunteering or donating, what would they do?
Easiest thing to do is visit our website, which is www.relayforlife.org/TinleyParkIL. And that takes you to our homepage and gives you pretty much all the information you want. There's links there to start a team, to join a team. If you're a survivor, to sign up to be a survivor participant in our event. We're always looking for more survivors because we celebrate survivors and their caregivers.
Excellent, excellent. And I noticed just doing a little bit of research, cancer is so prevalent now, it's scary, but I know that the funds, if you want to talk a little bit about the funds and where they go to and how they're utilized from these events.
Well, I don't even know how much the Relay for Life in general raises anymore, because it's in the billions of dollars now that they have raised over the years. But it goes for cancer research, and the American Cancer Society literally has been a part of every cancer breakthrough that has ever happened. Whether it's research, whether it's new medication, ACS has been a part of it in some way, shape, or form. The money raised goes for grants for scientists to come up with new cures and new research. It goes to the different programs that the American Cancer Society has. They have a Road to Recovery program, which helps cancer patients get rides to their treatments, which is an awesome program because some people don't have family to take them to their treatments. We have a Look Better, Feel Better program for patients who have lost their hair. For women, we provide wigs and teaching them how to do makeups and makeover when they're going through treatment and don't look like themselves. What else? We have Hope Lodge. We don't have one in the Chicagoland area, but we have 22 Hope Lodges around the country which allow people to stay there while they're in treatment. I was at a meeting on Saturday and they were talking about one guy was in the Hope Lodge for 11 months because he was undergoing treatment.
Wow.
So some people stay for a day or two, some people stay for months at a time, and it's all free to them.
And so part of those funds,
Part of the funds go for that.
the ones that are undergoing the treatment. Well, this is just amazing, and I know the growth, just getting the word out here is so important. And
It is.
We're happy at the Chamber and the Village of Tinley Park to be part of this. And I lost a loved one many years ago to cancer, and I know that it's a very hard time for individuals. So the cause is certainly important. We want to be here, of course, and we're partnered with you to help. And if there's anything as far as getting the message out to our viewers, if you'd like to get more information, you certainly can contact the Chamber office at thetinleychamber.org or call our office at 708-532-5700. We just have a couple minutes left, Cindy, and I really thank you for being here and getting the message out. What would you like to share with our viewers, and how can they get involved? I guess, how can they sign up and volunteer? How much time?
You know, even volunteering just for American Cancer Society, it's what you have available. For Relay specific, we always are looking for volunteers to help us plan the party, as we like to say now, because it's one big party that lasts for 16 hours. All you have to do, you can go to our relayforlife.org/TinleyParkIL website. There's links on there to get involved as a volunteer. If you're interested in forming a team, there's a link there to form a team. And forming a team is easy. It's you and your friends and family. And you can stay all night. You don't have to stay all night, but all we ask is that you help us fundraise. Okay. It's literally that simple. And the one thing we, again, like I said earlier, what we're really looking for too is survivors. If you are a cancer survivor or you have a friend or family member who's a cancer survivor, we want to celebrate them. We celebrate birthdays.
Yes.
You know, that's what ACS is all about, celebrating more birthdays.
That's amazing, and I can tell how passionate you are about your cause. And
I bleed purple.
Well, we thank you again for being here and for being part of the Tinley Chamber of Commerce. Again, folks, to find out more, I'm going to let you give the website again.
Website again is www.relayforlife.org/TinleyParkIL.
Okay, and those dates again in June are?
June 4th and 5th. Opening ceremonies are at 4 o'clock on Saturday, June 4th at Tinley Park High School.
Okay.
And there's plenty of parking for everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My next guest is Beth Fahey, who is back from Creative Cakes to tell us what's new. Beth, welcome to the show.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks
are
for having
you?
me. Very good.
Good.
Yeah?
We have a huge array of items here, and I'm hungry and excited, so I can't wait to hear all about it. But I know
Yeah.
you're no stranger to us at the Chamber, and you're going to tell us a little bit what's new at Creative Cakes. And for our viewers that don't know too much about you, why don't you give us a little history?
Okay, well, Creative Cakes was started in 1989 by Debbie and Demetrius Palomanakos. My sister Becky was their only employee for the first 10 years of the business. So my sister Becky has been with Creative Cakes for 25 out of the 27 years that Creative Cakes has been in business. I joined the team with her, and we purchased the bakery in 2002, the end of 2002. And so we started, when Becky and I started, it was just she and I, and now we have 30 employees. So it's a pretty big operation. We do a lot of custom cakes. We have a cafe. We serve beer and wine, which people don't know about. So we try to cover all of the vices.
Absolutely.
Well, not all the vices, but the vices that are legal.
And I know that, you started with a party of 2 or 3, and now
Yeah.
you're at 30, you said?
Yeah, we have 30
That's
employees. So, and it's a really good team. We have a really great culture there. It's a fun place to work. It's always a happy occasion that people are coming in. So, I mean, you can't complain.
Right. Oh, my goodness. And I just shared with you, I was recently in, and I know, how long has the deli and the lunch options and the dinner options have been available?
Lunch is, it's pretty much lunch because we do close at 6.
Okay.
You can come for an early dinner, but we've had that 2 years now. Actually, this is our 2nd anniversary of the cafe, coming up on tax day, April 15th. And so there's a lot of people that haven't been in a while, and we still get people walking in and saying, when did you do all this, So it's kind of nice to have people try some of the different savory food that we offer too. And today I brought a banh mi sandwich. That's a Vietnamese style sandwich that has roasted pork. It's got a hoisin ginger sauce on it. And then there's fresh vegetables, there's cilantro, there's pickled vegetables. And so it's really interesting flavor profile. And we'll top it off with peanuts and jalapenos if you want to kind of go crazy. So we have that. We also have just regular sandwiches, like a ham sandwich or a tuna sandwich. But we always give them our cute names because we're Creative Cakes, so we have a Creative Cafe. So that's what we have there. And then there's our ranch pasta salad, which is made in-house. Everything we do is made in-house. Our dressings for the salads are homemade. So we try to keep everything as clean label as possible, just like with our bakery products.
Wow, and it smells and looks delicious.
Yeah, well, you can have it after the show if you like.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your background, because, boy, this has just been a masterpiece in the workings here. And, what motivated you and your sister to get in?
Well, I mean, I came at the bakery business from a very strange place. I actually used to work in the film business. And I worked on movies like Groundhog Day, TV series, Twin Peaks. So I'm kind of dating myself a little bit. But I worked as a camera assistant in the film business, and my husband and I lived in LA for 13 years. And then the opportunity came up to purchase the bakery, and Becky called and said, I don't want to do this by myself. And at that time, things were shifting in the film business in LA. There was a lot of business that wasn't being shot in LA, and I thought, well, why are we living here? And I'd rather be with my family. So we came back to Chicago, and that's how I ended up in bakery. But, my interests are more in business and marketing and sales. So that's kind of what I bring to the bakery, where my sister Becky is the production manager, and she watches the baking, the decorating. She cooks in the cafe quite a bit. So you'll see us always in the front of the house. We're always everywhere, and we almost always have an owner on site at all times.
That's great. You complement each other.
Yeah.
So that's
Yin and yang.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have such a wide array of items, and I know you have so many different holidays that you serve. And
Yeah.
being in the month of April here, I know that we Easter's behind us. It was early this year, but
Yes.
we have so many graduations and weddings. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about what the process is, or if someone wants to come in and have a consultation.
Yeah, so May is actually our busiest month. So if someone's looking to order a cake in May, it's always good to give us a week's notice if you can, just on a standard cake. Just because we do cut off orders actually sometimes on Thursdays for the weekend. Just because we get too busy, there's only so much we can do. Otherwise, the consultation process for a wedding cake, for example, just call and you schedule a consultation over the phone. And we just get some basic information like where you're at and how many people. The date is important. Sometimes we do fill up on dates for wedding cakes too. So oftentimes wedding cakes are booked 3 to 6 months in advance. We can do weddings in a shorter period of time, particularly if it's like a small wedding or something like that. But we generally recommend 3 to 6 months, which can be a surprise to people who are planning weddings because they think, well, you're not going to make it until,
Right.
the week before, but we need to know because there's only so many weddings we can do on a given weekend.
Sure.
So,
Sure. And you do a lot of custom work too. And I noticed I had visited your website as well, and did a little work with Platinum Weddings, which is pretty big.
Yeah, we've done some TV. We've been asked to be on Food Network. People ask us all the time, how come you're not on those shows? And the honest answer is because when you go compete on those shows, you leave your bakery for 2 to 3 weeks sometimes. And we just can't do that. We're owner operators. We have to be there. So that and it's just, we're not super competitive people. We have people that work for us that are competitive and then that do competitions. But Platinum Weddings was fun. We did My Fair Brady. That was interesting. And, we've had some exposure on TV with news and stuff like that. So it's fun when we get to be on TV.
Yeah, that's great. And from a training perspective, what does, to keep up to date on what's new, what's that process look like for you?
Well, I'm very involved with the Retail Bakers of America. I'm actually going to be president. It's a national trade association.
Congratulations.
So, thanks. That's a 2-year term, and we're very big on education for retail bakeries. So that's one of our big things, and also certification for bakers so that they can get the proper credentials behind their education. So I'm very involved. I teach a lot of classes in bakery education. I'm doing a class in Atlantic City this month for teaching people how to have events in their place. We do events at our bakery. We have paint night. We'll do cake classes, things like that. So I'm going to teach a class on that. I'm teaching a class on how to do video training.
Okay.
I mean, where your staff dials into a YouTube video to get trained on certain things. So that's kind of an interesting, unique thing for bakeries to do. And another one is talking about Pinterest and what an impact Pinterest has had on the bakery business. So education is a big part of the RBA, and I'm very passionate about it and excited to help and excited for what's coming up in the next 2 years.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
We just have a short amount of time, maybe
Yeah.
a minute left and I thank you for being on the show. This just looks so wonderful and we love the expansion and you being involved with us at the Tinley Chamber. If you have a
course.
parting message for our viewers, feel free to let them know what's new and what's to come.
Well, I mean, the parting message would be to join our rewards program. We have a fantastic rewards program. There's a special every single day of the week that we're open. And being a rewards member, you'll get emails and special things that just walk-in customers don't. So.
Okay.
Yep.
To find out more about Creative Cakes, you can visit the tinleychamber.org or dial us at 708-532-5700. Well, I wish you a great spring and summer season, and thank you for being on the show, Beth.
Thank you so much.
My next guest is Karen Coleman, who comes to us from a brand new business in town, Cork and Creations. Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Good. So tell us a little bit about yourself and about this new business in town, Cork and Creations.
So Cork and Creation is me. Everything I love is in that place. And so, for example, we have 3 interactive service, bottles and berets. So bottles and berets is BYOB painting. We have 4 artists on site, and they take you step by step on how to create your own masterpiece. So the reason why we have bottles and berets, because I myself am an artist. And so I wanted to give a little bit of me to audience and customers of what goes through your mind when you create something, and then why do you relax when you paint. The second interactive service is called Cork and Cooking. So Cork and Cooking, we have 4 chefs on site, same concept, where you come on site and they take you step by step on how to create a meal. So I'm in that because my background is opening up food plants. And so I wanted to take a little bit of my experience in opening a food plant and bring it to Tinley Park. The third component is called Wine and Words. It's a little combination of everything. It's almost like you make soup. When you have all these leftover ingredients, you put it all in a pot and you make some broth. Well, that's Wine and Words. It's a combination of jazz night, classical music, poetry, mystery plays, and plays where we write the play, but the customers, they're the actors. So you see, there's a little bit of me in everything. I am a playwright and I am an author. So I wanted to take my love for art, my love for food, my love for theater, and put it all in one place, and that's Cork and Creations.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
Oh my goodness, how long have you been open now?
We've been open for 4 months.
Okay.
Officially for 4 months.
And what does the staff look like? How many?
We have a staff of 9.
Okay.
Including myself, I'm 10.
Okay, a perfect 10, as we say.
There you go.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So if someone wanted to, is it a private party or is it walk-ins? How does it work?
So we have 2 different ways you can come on site. The first is a general public. If you go on the website, we have listed what the menus are. You can see the painting for the day. And the general public just register depending on what they want to do.
Okay.
And then they just show up with a bottle of wine.
Okay.
So the second part of that, we do a lot of private parties. So you're looking to celebrate a birthday or bridal shower. We had a baby shower. You come because we do all the cleaning, and you choose which event you want to do. So the difference is we can customize it a little bit. So for example, let's say it's bottles and berets. You want a paint party. If you like the color blue or purple, we can create a customized painting just for you. And your guests come and they paint that painting. If it's a private party for cooking, we can do everything from what type of meat would you like, or do you want Latin food or Mexican food, and we can customize a recipe just for you, and we can add a little fun to it. So we've done things from food challenges where we have a table of ingredients. You come in, you have to use what's on that table. Or we've done cooking competitions where we put you on teams and you compete. But we give you the recipe, and the chef is there to guide you step by step through the entire process.
Oh, that's nice. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And you had mentioned Wine and Words. What does that look like? Is that something that you would book individually, or can you do a party for that as well?
So we can do both.
Okay.
You can do it individually by going on the website, or what you can do is you can book a private party, and again what happens is the customers tell us, it's my birthday, I want to go to Paris, and we will write a play based on the information you told us, and then their guests are the actors in the play.
Wow.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The private parties are really popular.
Okay. Okay. And so what's the time frame look like as far as the time that the customer is in your facility? If we're looking at the bottles and berets, is it a 2-hour, a 4-hour? What does that look like?
So there are 3 hours.
Okay.
Sometimes not by our choice, they're longer because people don't want to leave.
Right.
So they always say, can we just stay? And of course, we love that. And sometimes they will book a 3-hour session with bottles and berets.
Okay.
And then the very next week, they're back for the cooking.
Okay.
And so we have that often, which is good.
Good. So just, from a time perspective. And then how many can you accommodate?
So for bottles and beret, it's larger than a kitchen.
Sure.
We can have anything from 16 customers to we have the larger room where we can have up to 40.
Okay, 40, wow.
40, and the kitchen's a little different, it's smaller.
Okay.
And so we can have up to 12 to 13 people. We try not to go over 13.
Sure, sure. And so when you look at a party of 40, let's say, what's the prep time for that? I mean, what do do you have sessions throughout the day, or is it one per day? How does that work?
So we have 3 sessions a day.
Okay.
3 sessions of painting, 3 sessions of cooking.
Okay.
If we have a party of 40, you would think it's a lot of prep. It really isn't.
No.
It's not. We divide people. So you're going to cooking and you're going to painting, or all 40 are in cooking. I mean, I'm sorry, in painting.
Okay.
And so it's the exact same painting.
Okay.
So that's the easy part. But the artists walk around and kind of help you if you get stuck.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of it. Each room, if someone was to visit, each room has a theme. And so we have what's called the Wall of Fame. And it's everything we try to create beside all of me, my favorite colors, but it's also my favorite places. So our art room is made up of Paris. So it's like sitting on the streets of Paris and you're painting. Our kitchen is made up of Italy. And you imagine the wine and the food sitting in Italy. And of course the theater is Broadway, New York.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes.
Now, do you also cater to any type of corporate events as well, or team building? I know that's a passion of yours as well.
Absolutely. So, with my HR background, again, a little bit of me is in there. So my HR background, that's my passion of building teams, building people, and that's what I love about the customers coming in and out. They come in one way, leave in another. So we do corporate team building events where if a corporation want to have a strategic meeting, or if they want to bring their team after a meeting for team building, we're able to do that. We do soft skill training on site. And then they can break off into any of the sessions for team building.
That's great. So not only business, but a personal, like you said, a birthday party or a shower or something for fun.
Exactly.
Wow, very good, very good. So 4 months in the making. What are the plans for the future?
Wow, other locations.
Okay. Expansion talks already, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because what we created, we created an environment where you can come and create anything. So who wouldn't want to come to a place like that? Everything that's happening in the world, you get to come and create whatever you want to. We have open sessions. If you just want to come, no particular painting, just sit down and create.
Okay, that's excellent. And are you open, what are your hours like, or every day of the week?
We're open Monday through Saturday. We open at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And we have sessions all the way to 10:30 at night.
Wow.
On Saturdays, they're a little longer. We actually have sessions that run all the way to midnight.
Midnight.
Exactly.
I was wondering about that,
Yes.
BYOB.
Exactly, especially the later times.
Right.
And then they want to stay.
Sure.
So we like to sit and talk to the customers
Wow.
afterwards. That's the best part.
So interesting. To find out more about Cork and Creations, you can visit the tinleychamber.org website or dial us at 708-532-5700. We just have a few seconds left. Thanks for being on the show. Do you have a
Thank you.
parting message for our viewers, Karen?
I do. I think what I like the viewers to know is we can sell fine dining and we can sell wonderful art, but what we sell an experience.
Thank you for being on the show, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
To all of our guests, we thank you for being on the show. Have a great month, and we'll see you next month.